Your name is Callie, right? I know that you didn't come to see me at all like the rest of your family, but don't you want to get to know your little sister's husband face to face before the wedding? You should want to see me before then, right?
So, you're the man that'll be marrying Charlotte?
My name is Killian Curtis. You didn't even understand that after what I just said? Your little sister is going to get married, and this is how you're going to behave with me?
Well, the way you started this whole conversation off, I couldn't tell if you were her fiancé or someone else in his family. I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to make it out to the dinner today. I had some work to attend to. I was planning on having my sister tell you what happened with me today, so was her point not clear enough or something?
She told me she never got any message from you.
She did? I told her about this yesterday, though, and said that she should tell you as well. My mom should have said something about me as well today, right?
Oh, I heard all about it today, and I find it very rude for you to cancel on us just like that. All I can think about now is how Charlotte's older sister has no common sense.
Well, I made sure to let my sister know about why I wouldn't be able to make it. I'm sorry that my reasoning was never given to you, as it seems there was some miscommunication between my family and I.
If you keep this kind of thing up, I'm going to make you even more aware of it. Are you alright with something like that? Leaving yourself looking like an imbecile? I was really hoping to see you today so that we could all become close to one another, but instead you never showed up and are now blaming it all on bad communication. Do you want to become closer to your brother-in-law?
I was planning to, yes. I'll have a word about this with Charlotte later, but I never expected you to become so upset by what's happened. She never told me that you were such a nitpicker, so I'm a little bit surprised by how you behaved.
Huh? What'd you just say? Of course I'd be upset by what you've done. You canceled on us without giving any reason for it. To me, that's the same thing as committing a crime.
I didn't want to cancel on the plans we had without there being a reason. That's why I said to you that I had work to get to and could not make it in time. I'm surprised that this small of a thing is getting you so worked up right now. I'm sorry for what's happened this time, so let's just move on now. I promise that next time anything comes up that'll keep me from making it to any kind of family plans or event we have, I'll let you know directly.
That's not what I want. I want you to never cancel on my plans like that again.
Understood, Killian. I have to get going now. Charlotte, you never told Killian anything about what happened to me? I told you before that I wasn't going to be able to come out and meet him because I had some things show up at work. Oh, well, now that you mention it, you did send me a message saying that before. I totally forgot to mention that part. Well, honestly, I forgot you even said anything in the first place about having to go into work suddenly. Hey, Charlotte, pull yourself together, please. This is all about your marriage, right? And because you completely forgot to tell Killian about what happened with me, he is upset with me now. Did you know that? Oh, well, come on. He shouldn't be getting upset over that. Well, he was more angry than even I thought he'd be. So please make sure to tell him what's going on with me from here on out. Seriously, I want to know his reason why he was that upset with me, though. He didn't even seem to understand the reason I gave him when I brought it up. Killian's the kind of man where if things don't go exactly the way he planned, he gets all worked up over it. That's probably why he jumped at you there. To him, he felt that you canceled last minute on him and me. Well, I went and told you I wouldn't make it, and I gave you the reason why that all was. If you know Killian to be that type of easily upset man, then you should have remembered my reason and told him. Now, would you please go and tell him about how you forgot this time and that I had a very good reason for not being around? You're getting a little scary there, Callie. Charlotte, you really need to pull yourself together here soon, all right? I'm not joking. Weren't you telling me before about how Killian's family is really annoying? They really are all so annoying to be around. I'm not sure it has to do with them all being landowners or just very influential people, but his mom is the worst out of all of them when it comes to how annoying she is. So far, things have been going pretty all right between her and I, though. Honestly, I don't get how someone like you has been able to stay on her good side this whole time, though. I suppose you're trying really hard not to piss her off, then. Well, I have to try to not upset her, since their family will be the ones taking care of me. Well, with a thought process like that, I'm not sure how long your good relationship to them will last. I don't want to get my own job, though, so as long as I deal with how annoying Killian and his family are, they will take good care of me. And once we have our wedding, I'll never have to work in my life again and can just live off their money. Isn't that such a great outcome for me? I really am a bit worried about that plan you have, though. I happen to really enjoy the security of working my own job and making my own money to live off of. Well, you're a bit different from me, Callie. I suppose I am. However, in your case, you have a lot of things about you that make you rather lazy, or, as one could say, unreliable. So please make sure you're doing your part to keep the marriage balanced and to keep his family happy. I also want you to be happy with Killian and everyone as well, but you still have the wedding and everything to get past. I worry about anything bad happening then, so please just stay focused and fight through all of this ceremonial stuff. I'll be fine, all right? I've always been able to make things work out for myself in the end. That's how I got to where I am now, right? If you really have that much confidence in things, then that's good. But it seems like Killian's the kind of man where if you get him really upset, he'll become a major pain in everyone's butt. He might even take things a little too far in all his anger. All right, I understand what you're saying. I've been dating Killian for 3 months now, so I know how to handle him when things get a little out of line. Everything will be fine here. 3 months? That doesn't seem like enough time at all to get to know one another, to be honest.
Yo! Are you trying to get me pissed off now? Why are you, of all people, not here yet? Do you really call yourself an older sister if you don't show up soon? Also, where are the rest of your family at?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Are you telling me you have no idea what day today is? Honestly, what kind of sister are you? You had to have been dropped on your head or something as a baby. Did you never go in to get your head looked at when that happened?
How about we start from square one here? You need to calm yourself down and tell me what is going on. So far, you've done nothing but make me even more uncomfortable with you, and that's just because you're digging into me about something I have no clue about. Please explain to me what has happened so that we can actually make a conversation out of all this. And if you're not going to be able to do that right now, then I'm not sure what else to say about you. I get that you're my sister's fiancé and all, but you coming at me making comments like that is giving me the feeling that you're the one with a messed up head.
You think with what's going on right now, I'm the one acting crazy? How the hell are you able to say something so idiotic to me right now? I will never forgive you for no-showing to your own sister's wedding.
What was that? Wedding? My sister's wedding?
That's what I'm talking about here. You not showing up here even now means that you've chosen to no-show today. As her older sister, you should be here sooner than the rest of the guests. I will never let someone like yourself get away with what you're doing. I'll make sure that everyone in the family shuns you for this.
Now, before you get all frustrated with me, even though you already are, how about you listen to what I have to say? I'm not sure how things came to this today, but you're telling me that today is the day of my sister's wedding with you?
Why are you acting like you never knew that before? How about you learn to be a responsible adult and start checking your calendar more often? I'll make sure you pay for thinking you could get away with slacking off that much. I'm sure you already know how well known my family is. We all own a lot of land, especially in this city.
Is that right? I never knew about that until just now.
We have so much land in the city that we are even more influential than you'd be able to imagine. We know a lot of people, and we can get those people to do as we ask. There's not a single person in this part of the state that would dare piss me off because they don't know what I can do to them. And now that you've gone on and no-showed on today's wedding, I'm going to tell everyone in the family about it and have your butt turned into mulch. I hope you're ready for something like that.
So you're going to threaten me now?
Why are you laughing at me? I'm not playing around at all. You've already gone and done it by not showing up today and causing us loads of embarrassment. I'll get everyone in the family together to deal with you, so get ready for that to come.
Did you even know about the fact that I never received an invite to your wedding?
What?
Honestly, you have been talking so much crap for someone who doesn't even understand what's been going on. I didn't get an invitation to your wedding, and that's why I had no clue it was today.
What are you talking about? You didn't get any invitation at all? There's no way that's the case. I bet you just lost it somewhere and are trying to lie about it so that I won't come and mess you up.
Killian, how would I ever lose something as important as a wedding invitation? And if I were to, I would have already gone and written the date and everything down on my calendar before losing it. Also, I just went and asked my mom about this, and as far as she's aware, not a single person in our immediate family got an invitation to your wedding.
What? Not a single person? Really?
Do you really think I'd be lying about my own sister's wedding this way? You should be able to tell just by having a look around right now that I'm not pulling your leg or anything. Not a single person from my family is there right now, correct?
Not just her family, but even her friends and colleagues haven't shown up yet. I'd always thought there was something strange about that girl. What is going on here?
Why are you asking me that question? How about you go talk to the strange girl herself about what's going on there? I seriously have no clue why, out of literally everyone you could be talking to right now, you chose me, her older sister, to start getting angry at and demanding answers from. I'm sure what's happened here is that my lazy and unreliable little sister just forgot to send any of her family and friends invites because she's just that type of woman.
Huh? You're lying, right? How could someone forget to send out invitations to their own wedding? There can't be someone that stupid, right?
For a very long time now, Charlotte has been that kind of person. And that's the same Charlotte you said you want to get married to today. She's been that way for so long now, though, that my parents and I aren't even surprised she forgot about something as important as her wedding invites.
Charlotte's been like... Huh? I can't believe this!
If you're not going to believe it, then how about you go find her and find out for yourself? Stop talking to me already, like gosh dang.
Charlotte was telling me that you needed to start being more serious about things.
And that's coming from someone who has never taken things very seriously their whole life. The fact that you believed her to be this all-around decent person has led me to believe that this marriage shouldn't be. What was it that even got you interested in marrying her? What did you see in her? I'm just going to tell you right now that today's wedding might not be all that great for you, considering the bride's whole side of the family and all her friends won't show up.
What the hell is going on here?
Also, was you threatening to have me ruined earlier some kind of a joke, or were you being serious there? Because I'll have you know, it's going to take a lot more than just your family's influence to take me down. Do you even know what I do for a living, Killian?
Huh? What are you going on about now?
You were just bragging to me about how your family all owns a lot of land in this city and that you guys can do anything you want. That must mean you haven't done any of your research into the kind of people my family is. I myself happen to be a senator for this state and know a whole lot about your family. Are you really going to say you never knew about that?
What? Huh? You're a senator? What kind of freaking joke is this? No way a woman like you could be a part of the Senate.
You don't have to believe what I'm saying to you, but I hope that you ask your family about me and get their reaction. After all, I'm the one who's taken really good care of your family and their properties. Well, they might not have known that I was related to your fiancé, so that might shock them even more. My sister would most likely never bring up anything about me and her family to your parents, considering she just doesn't care about that sort of stuff. So it'll make a bit more sense now if they're a little startled by the news. I suggest that you go ahead and look up on the internet who the senator of this state is and go ahead and tell your parents about me. Then, after you've gone and done that, you'll start to get an idea of what you have to do next.
Hold on a second. Are you really telling me the truth right now?
Knowing now that you just threatened someone like me, we'll have to see what your own parents think of that kind of behavior. I'm really looking forward to hearing about what they do.
For the time being, could you please come out to my wedding?
What was that?
With the way things are right now, there's no way we can start this wedding. If you hurry up and get here as soon as you can, then I'll forgive you for no-showing like that. So could you please make it out here very soon?
I have no reason to go to that wedding, do I?
What? Why not?
Just a little bit ago, you really went off on me in a way I've never seen someone act. And then you started threatening me by saying you'd have your whole family come after me, right? Which makes no sense to me, considering you're not the one that owns all that land. Your parents are the ones who own all of that. You are just a simple little office worker. So you really think you can just use your family's power to threaten me? Because that's what it looks like you were doing just then. I do not want to come to your wedding and see a half-assed man like you getting married. Did you never think any of that through before you started to act like a complete idiot then?
Wait, you don't have to say things like that.
I do not have the time to be worried about you and your crisis over there. You and your family, along with my little sister, figure something out for yourself there. I'm not going to that wedding, and I'm not too sure the rest of my family is either.
What? Wait a second. You'll really be putting me into a tough position by not coming.
I don't care. That's what you get for acting like a little dick. Now I have to get going. Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry, Callie. I never ever thought that my fiance's older sister would be in actual Senate for our state. Honestly, not only did I not know that, but neither did the rest of my family. Please allow me to apologize for everything that I said before.
You can go right ahead with your apology then.
Huh? Is that really okay? You really are a lot better than Charlotte is. The fact that you are more forgiving towards me for my really rude behavior than she is tells me a lot about yourself. No wonder you're the perfect senator for our state, having such an open mind and heart as yours are.
No, that's not at all what I was getting at there. What I meant is that you may go ahead and apologize for what you've done, but I will not be considering any one of you a part of my family. I can't be wasting my time with people like you. So after you give me that apology, would you mind never talking to me again? There really isn't much else you and I can talk about with one another, so please make this quick, all right?
Hold on for just 1 minute. You're telling me you won't be forgiving me now? If you aren't willing to forgive me, then my family will all turn against me and make me to blame. That would then most likely lead to my parents disowning me and sending me away forever.
Is that right? And what does any of that have to do with me?
It has a lot to do with you. This all started because of the way you were talking to me before. That made me think that you were never in some sort of position, such as a freaking senator. And I never heard anything about you from Charlotte either.
But that all has nothing to do with me, Killian. That has to do with you and Charlotte not having very good communication skills. Go ahead and keep trying to make it seem to you like I'm a part of your problems, but I'm not. Charlotte and yourself are your problems.
I get that, all right. That's why I went and spoke with Charlotte for hours about what's happened. I asked her why she never told me any of this really important stuff about you, and her answer was that she didn't know. That has to be a lie, right?
I'm sure my little sister just didn't know about the kind of work I do. She's never cared about me and would most likely not show any interest in the kind of work I do for a living. Are you really getting that upset over something like that? You are one strange cookie, Killian.
She has to be mentally screwed up then if she has no clue about what kind of job her older sister has. There's no way someone can be that mentally screwed, right? I happen to know everything about my family and the kind of jobs they have.
And you seem like that kind of person, especially since you love to brag about all their lines of work, even though you don't have anything to do with them. Going around telling everyone that your family is amazing and very powerful like that gives you any power of your own? To be straight up, it's kind of embarrassing the way you act. I'm sure your parents have been aware of that for a long time now, right? Those poor people.
Excuse me? Are you still trying to take some jabs at me?
What do you mean by still? I don't ever remember taking any jabs at you before this conversation. All that's happened up until now is you getting all pissed off and taking it out on me.
It's because of you that my whole wedding went and turned upside down. And Charlotte started to tell me that if I'm going to get this upset over everything, she was going to leave me. Things are really going downhill for me right now, and I might lose my fiancé. Something like that can't happen to me. I have not done a single thing wrong this whole time, and yet this wedding is causing me to look bad. I'm going to be disowned by my parents and lose the one and only woman I loved, and then I'll be left with having to pay for this whole wedding myself. That is so messed up, right? You make your little sister pay for this mess.
How pathetic. All of this happened because of you going bonkers over things that you didn't even understand yet, and are now trying to blame my sister for it all. And what's this about you having done nothing wrong, Killian? Get a hold of yourself, because I am no longer talking to you anymore. You really got yourself all riled up saying that you'd get that family of yours to come after me and everything, but all you really ended up doing was getting them all to leave you.
Shut the hell up, you bitch! Are you trying to bully me or something now? Huh? Huh?
You poor short-tempered soul. I hope you can someday find a way to free yourself from all that anger. Now, I really have zero to do with any of this, so I'm going to say bye now. Goodbye forever, you short-tempered little idiot. Things went just as you were saying they would. I was never going to be able to get married to such a pain in the butt as him, and look at how things ended up for us. Thank goodness I realized he's not the one for me last minute there. Wait, hold on now. This time was pretty frickin' bad of you as well, though. Well, I'm aware of that, Callie. To be honest about the marriage, I had some worry about it for a while leading up to the wedding. You did? I could tell that he and his family would never be able to forgive me for how laid back of a person I am and all the mistakes I tend to make. But you know more than anyone that it's really, really hard for me to change anything about myself, right? That's why I decided that if he did find out about the kind of unreliable person I am and chose to forgive me for it, that I'd actually put some real effort into becoming a better person. But of course, just like you were saying, he got so pissed off at me that I had to put an end to the relationship. That's what he was telling me. Can you tell me, were you actually trying to not invite any of your friends and family to the wedding on purpose, or was that an accident? If I tell you the answer to that, you'll think that I'm better at planning things out than I actually am. I'm sure you did that on accident. Why did you never end up telling Killian about my job? You had to have known about the kind of work I do, right? The fact that I'm the senator of this state and all? I would be lying if I told you that I had no clue about your job. I just didn't know a whole lot about the kind of work you did as a senator, so I ended up not saying anything about it. Your job has zero to do with me, so I felt it wasn't really something I should talk about with anyone. Also, I never really had a chance to tell Killian about you much anyway, since he'd always go on and on and on about himself and his parents' jobs. Seriously, who cares about his parents' jobs and what they do when all he is that company's paper pusher? So you did know about my line of work, and actually made the wise choice of not talking about it considering you didn't know much yourself. Come on, I was just being a little bit respectful towards you. But I learned soon enough that Killian was not at all respectful towards you, or anyone for that matter. I not going to worry about him anymore, though, as I just need to find myself someone a bit more laid back, like me. This'll be a lot of work again, though. It shouldn't be that much work looking for the right partner. I mean, it'll take some time, of course. But finding the right person for you will make all the difference in the end. I like to think with the kind of personality you have, you'll always end up with a pretty decent guy. Even this time, besides him being a little whining brat and always bragging about how his parents have respectable jobs, Killian was just fine. You think so? Well, as long as you think there will be more chances for me to get men with lots of money and that are a bit happier about who I am, then I'll be just fine. Thanks for saying that. I'll make sure to put some time and effort into finding a new man that's right for me. And next time, please, 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 don't forget to invite all your family and friends. See you, Charlotte. I'll be waiting for that next bit of good news from you. In the end, I went ahead and started to ignore all the messages that kept coming to me from Killian. My little sister went ahead and did the same thing by ignoring both his calls to her and his long texts. Not only did Killian end up being disowned by his family, but considering he had done something so embarrassing for all of them, he was told to never ever step foot near any of the family again. After this, he tried even harder to get back with Charlotte, but after calling her over and over again at around 2 in the morning, she went and blocked his number and all his social media accounts. It seems that Killian will never have a family with Charlotte and us ever again.